Salt Lake City is a place, of course, of great diversity and is a progressive city. And we look for trying to make sure that everyone has opportunities in their employment for a safe work environment and a welcoming work environment. We passed earlier this year, everyone knows, an expansion of our non-discrimination ordinance. This campaign, though, is particularly focused on educating our community, and particularly the immigrant and refugee community, who may not be familiar with discrimination law, anti-discrimination law, and with opportunities that they have in the workplace. So that is why, in this instance, we've developed this non-discrimination, anti-discrimination campaign. It's to both raise awareness and educate our community about employment law and resources for people who need assistance or question whether or not they're facing discrimination. Our goal here is to foster an environment of goodwill and to eliminate workplace discrimination in our community. For 15 months, this campaign has been in development through the work of our Office of Diversity and Human Rights, the Utah Labor Commission, ACLU of Utah, the Workers' Compensation Fund, and others. And I really want to thank them for their hard work and dedication to bring us to this day and to this campaign. The campaign has two phases. The first phase is focusing on the employee and on securing the rights for employees by educating our residents, and especially the residents in Salt Lake City who are at risk of becoming victims of employment discrimination. So it's educating them both about the law and the resources that are available to them. In the upcoming months, Salt Lake City will be holding a series of workshops for those who wish to learn about employment law in city, state, and at the federal level. The second phase, which will be launched in October, will include seminars to employers on workplace rights and responsibilities. This is an instance where we're looking to both employees and employers becoming better informed about workplace discrimination, both about the law and resources. And really it's an effort of cooperation in that we're trying to make sure people are informed and bring people together to address issues before they reach a point where discrimination has become a source of great friction. We think of this obviously as a win-win approach for creating the dynamic workplaces that we want in our community, and workplaces that are free of discrimination. So with that, we're obviously pleased to be at the forefront, we believe, again, in terms of Salt Lake City and hopefully across the nation, and the way we approach addressing discrimination in our workplace. And I'm looking forward to this campaign to help both inform people and give people the resources to address issues before they reach crisis proportions. So with that, let me turn time over to our other speakers. Sherry Hayashi is our first speaker.
Good morning. The Utah Labor Commission is truly pleased to be a partner in the Mayor's anti-discrimination campaign. The Labor Commission is a state agency responsible for enforcing state and federal employment and fair housing laws in the state of Utah, as well as employment laws related to workers' compensation, safety and health, and wages. We applaud Salt Lake City's commitment to equal opportunity so that all individuals have the opportunity to live and work and be evaluated on their own merits and free from harassment without regard to factors that have absolutely no relevancy as to whether or not that individual will be a good employee or whether or not they will be a good neighbor. We hope that by bringing awareness of both an employee and an employer's rights and responsibilities, we truly create opportunities for all individuals to earn a livelihood, provide for themselves and their families, and most of all, to be able to achieve the American dream. Thank you, Mayor Becker, the Office of Diversity and Human Rights, the Human Rights Commission, and especially Yolanda Francisco Nez for your commitment to equal opportunity and including us as part of this important campaign.
Hi, my name is Greg Summerhays. I just want to thank everybody for coming out this morning, and first and foremost, thank the Mayor Becker and the Office of Human Rights and Diversity for taking out this important issue. I work with Workers' Compensation Fund, and we focus on trying to protect workers. And over the past several years, we've had a focus on specifically educating our immigrant and refugee workforce about what their rights and benefits are with regards to working here in the United States and working here in Utah. When an environment is created where interactive communication between employers and employees exists regarding workplace issues, employees feel more valued and they feel more connected to the business. They are far more likely then to contribute at a higher level. This leads to lower turnover rates, less absenteeism, increased satisfaction and productivity, and enhanced customer loyalty. Creating a safe and fair work environment is not only the right thing to do, but it's also the smart thing to do for businesses. Everyone is entitled to be treated with respect and to work in a safe and fair environment. And unfortunately, this isn't always the case. There is a need for us to reevaluate what kind of work environment we have created as employers. And as employees, we need to understand how we can contribute in positive ways to helping our employers create that safe and fair work environment. The workshops that will take place will help empower both employers and employees with the knowledge that they need to create a better work environment for all. It will be exciting to watch Utah's work environment improve and the positive results that will be seen from it. We're excited that the Mayor's Office and the Office of Diversity and Human Rights has decided to take a two-pronged approach where they will both educate employers and employees on these important issues. We are confident that this effort will not only help reinforce the importance of workplace safety and fairness for all Utah workers, but it will produce measurable results for all. Again, I applaud Mayor Becker and his staff for their leadership and willingness to help lead in this important issue and for allowing Workers' Compensation Fund to be involved in it. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Karen McCreary. I'm the Executive Director of the American Civil Liberties Union of Utah. And we are very pleased to be able to work with our colleagues and with the city on this great effort. It's really important to reach out to new residents, new immigrants and refugees in our community who face particular challenges when they enter the workforce in a new place. They are frequently subject to or have the potential to be subject to discrimination or just really challenges that come about from not being adequately informed about both their rights as employees under Utah and federal law, as well as their responsibilities within the workplace. So we are pleased to be able to partner to educate these new people in our community and to work on behalf of individuals and all of us so that we might have a more just and fair workplace, place in which all of us are treated equally and fairly. Thank you.
Hello. I begin with a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. Where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places, close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on many maps of the world. Yet, there are the world of the individual person, the neighborhood he or she lives in, the school or college he or she attends, the factory, farm, or office where he or she works. Such are the places where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity, without discrimination. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere. Mayor Becker's Salt Lake City Office of Diversity and Human Rights and its partners look ahead enthusiastically, ready to embrace and inform refugee and immigrant populations and employers. We anticipate meaningful community participation by engaging in this important human rights education effort. Our hope is to empower individuals with knowledge and assist in strengthening the relationships of trust and dignity. It's a win-win solution as we educate both employees and employers about rights and responsibilities in the workplace. We live in this beautiful capital city full of gracious, caring, progressive people. I ask you to join us in the months ahead and encourage others to attend these important public workshops. Check out the website for our resources and call the hotline. As Americans, what we take for granted in our privilege sometimes is that common sensibility. Common sense, not so common to many. Reach out and let's achieve this together. Let's continue what our non-discrimination ordinances began, to achieve equality for all. Our vision states that we will create a city where residents can live, work, play, and do business, free from discrimination. Our mission accomplishes this by supporting, protecting, and ensuring basic human rights. By this, we will accomplish inclusion. I thank the many members of the dedicated staff who helped us over the last 15 months. I thank Tracy Nguyen and city staff who also joined us. Without their diligent participation, we wouldn't be here today. In final, I refer back to Eleanor Roosevelt's quote, "Human rights begins here. It begins now, in our neighborhood, in our city." Let's take this positive step to achieve a better future and ensure that human rights, the human rights ideals that the United States was founded upon, are reflected and realized at every level of our society. Thank you.